oats. He got almost that strip done. He's opening this one up, and we'll come back and I'm gonna fly my drone on this last strip. There's about 3 or 4 swipes left. That's a 7-acre piece, and that's a 500 bushel wagon, and we got a little more room in it, but not much. So say we pretty close to 600 bushel off 7 acres, so not quite 100 bushel an acre oats. So here they are. I mean, this is another strip we got up in here. This right around this one waterway, there's giant ragweed, terrible, but you know, what are you gonna do? The best weed killer is a combine and a disc bine afterwards. I just got back. It tested 13% moisture at 34.3 test weight. So just, you want it 14% or below, so just dry enough in that particular spot. Test weight, you want 32 and above. It's okay test weight. It isn't great, but last year was around 32, so it's about 2 pounds better than last year. So ain't great, but I think the hot weather hurt it a little bit, but not terrible. So there it is. basically with oats, if it's standing up straight with this little head on this combine, first year, stick all the way forward. What the heck, it ain't reading the speed out. Wire must be broke again. Anyway, I think that's like 4 miles an hour or something like that. I just realized the speed ain't working. We don't really look at the speed for oats. Corn we do, but oats, you don't have a problem getting it in the grain tank. So yeah, a little weeds, but what are you gonna do? Well, we're unloading the oats we combined yesterday. And we're gonna keep these oats, but the rest of the stuff we might sell because we're gonna get $3.85 a bushel for it. If it's, you know, the right test weight and moisture. But yeah, we can sell oats more than we can corn. And we have no input on oats basically. So we actually might be making more money growing oats than corn at the current corn price. Would you look at this? Working flashers, working flashers, working flashers, working flashers, tractor. Moving to another farm empty. There's no way in hell this little rink-a-dink tractor could pull both of these full. There's only one problem with the Brent compared to the Parkers. They try to angle such a big area into a small spot, and then they get stuck on the corners. The Parkers are angled a little, but nothing like this. Corn and beans will work good, but oats, not as much. I still didn't have to get in the wagon though, so they must be fairly dry, because if they're wet, they won't flow out of the wagon. And you can see we almost pretty much just got them all. Not worth going in there for that when we're dumping more in today. So here we are combining after, let's see, about a day and a half off breakdown. So you see the shaft down here. There was an old coupler in there and the shaft inside. Well, that coupler rounded off, I don't know, 6-8 years ago. So they just drilled a hole and bolted it. Well, the other day they twisted that shaft off, so then they welded the coupler to the shaft. With a weld, you couldn't get the weld to hold, so what we had to do was take everything apart with that slip clutch and everything down there, and we had to have a shaft machine, because one side it's hex and the other side it's round, so we had to get it one machined. And we got it together, and I combined a full hopper, and it seems to work. I hope it keeps working. Dumping in the old grain chariots here, one of the 3 big wagons we got for this year. They slide out a lot better out of the big wagons than they do the little ones. You wouldn't think they do, but they do. So we got getting quite the pile in there. It was empty when I started dumping. But I had this thing real full because I'm trying to get done before it gets tough, because we didn't get this thing really put back together and ready to go by 5:45, and usually it starts getting tough around 7:30. So I got this whole patch, I don't know, right, 3-4 acres, and then there's probably another 3-4 acres over the hill. So they're probably closer to 5 over here. So there we go. Hopefully this wagon holds it all, and the combine hopper. I'm thinking there'll be 2 more hoppers. The rest of this over here will fit in 1 hopper, and then hopefully everything down below will fit in. So, wow. We're already starting to see the pile. This wagon was empty when I started dumping. So, and the grain tank's just about empty. So, hope it keeps working. If it does, we should be able to get done combining tomorrow. Shut this one back to grain tank view. I like that. We'll drive back over where I stopped. Here we are combine. This is by far our weediest field. I don't know why, but the ragweed is just terrible in here. And the undergrowth alfalfa is real good. And the oat crop is short. So it's kind of weird. Ain't the best oat crop here, but it is what it is. I think this stuff's probably on the wetter side because all that green gets in that, wets the seed up. So we'll probably just keep this stuff and put it in our oat bin and grind it for ourselves. Too wet to sell. So hopefully we get her done before it gets tough and nothing freaking breaks. That'd be amazing.